Hello. I've never done one of these, so we'll see how we go. Anyway, I had a birthday a few weeks back, and I just wish everyone thank you for happy birthday wishes and what have you. One thing I did is I made a video on my birthday that I was going to share with everybody about something that's very, very important, but, well, it's still sitting on my computer 3 weeks later, and so I thought, well, I hadn't had a chance to edit it or anything like that, so it's still sitting on the computer. So I thought, well, why don't I just go and do a live video like this? Okay, first one I've ever done, so not sure how it's going to go, but we'll find out. Anyway, I'm just going to talk about something that's very important at the moment, and I'm going to call this Closer to Midnight. That's what I'm going to call this. And there's about that much time left to midnight. I don't know if you can see it or not. About 6 minutes to midnight. So I'll probably take about 6 minutes to do this talk. If you've got 6 minutes to spare, then let's listen. And when the timer goes off, we'll be finished. Anyway, so a few weeks ago I made this video that I thought was very, very important. A couple of weeks ago our pastor said to us in church that we need to tell our family and our friends, and you're my family and friends, what to do when we're gone. And I'm not always meaning that when we're gone as in when we've died, but there's going to be a big event happening in the world very soon called the rapture. And there'll be a lot of people that disappear overnight, just suddenly. And you might think this is fiction and fantasy and storytelling, and yeah, sure, you're welcome to think that, but I don't. I know darn well that there's going to come a time when we're just going to disappear. Those that are Christians, those that have accepted Jesus as their Lord and Saviour. Now, I'll tell you, this is a warning video. I'll talk about a lady. You remember Corrie ten Boom? She was a lady back in the 30s, and she wrote a book called The Hiding Place. And she was a Jew, and she would, during a terrible time of the invasion, when Germany started to take over the nation of Holland, I believe she's from, she would hide Jews in her home. She would hide people who were on the run in her home until one day they came for her as well. Now, the interesting thing is, about 10 years before, in the late 20s, early 30s, she had an uncle, and her uncle was going around saying, he was a pastor or a minister or whatever you want to call them, and he was saying things like, there's going to be a very dark thing coming on the earth very, very soon, very, very quickly. A very dark thing, something that has never been seen before on this earth. And he was talking about the concentration camps. Can you please take him away?
Dad?
Can you please take him away? Take him away.
My tin is broken.
Yeah. Okay, we'll have to have a look at that later on. I'm busy right now.
I wanted to leave it up.
Yeah, so her uncle was warning people about a great darkness coming on the earth very, very soon, and the great darkness. So he was warning them, and so that's what happened. Many Jews lost their lives in concentration camps. They starved, they were beaten, killed, shot, and turned into slaves. So many things. We know the story of the Holocaust. Many years ago, 2,000 years ago, in fact, there was a man called Jesus Christ. And he walked the earth, and he said that the massive temple, the Jewish massive temple, was going to be completely torn down, and not a stone would be standing upon another. And this massive temple that Jesus was talking about was the Jewish temple, where all of the people would go, all the Jewish people, and they would worship God, and they would And Jesus, and it took many years, several generations to build this temple. It was a massive, huge temple. It took many generations to build it. And Jesus said, not a stone will be laid upon another of this temple. It'll be completely torn down. He was warning them. This is what's called a road sign. You see a road sign, oh, we're this far to Auckland. It's going to be 120 k's away. We're now 20 k's away. We're now 10 k's away. We're now 2 k's away. We're now whatever many k's away from Auckland. And you see all these road signs. And what actually happened was, during the time of Titus, a ruler in the ancient world, he actually, the city of Jerusalem was completely burned down, I think by Nero, I believe. And, well, these things have happened, but the temple itself was literally, the reason why it was completely torn down and not a stone was laid upon another was because, oh, I'm running out of time. We're running out of time. You're running out of time. Was because there was lots of gold in the temple, and all of the gold was when the temple was caught on fire, the city was caught on fire, all of the gold melted through the stones, and every single stone was pulled out to get to the gold. Titus was responsible for that. And I'm warning you. So that actually happened. I'm warning you that a time is coming when me and other Christians are going to disappear. And you're going to need to know what to do if you don't disappear with us. So that's what I'm making these videos for. When that timer goes off, that's closer to midnight. Basically means when that clock strikes midnight, we're going to be gone, and this whole world is going to turn into an absolute bedlam, chaos, murder, debauchery, the likes of you've never ever seen before. And you're going to be in it if you're not on the first truckload out during the rapture. That's my time up. We'll have to do this, the rest of this, another time. So, closer to midnight. Bye. Till next time.